With the migrant crisis stretching city services, Governor Hochul is joining Mayor Adams now and asking a judge to amend the right to shelter law. But as CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer shows us, some are trying to stop them.
Nearly 24 advocates, religious leaders, and a representative of one of the city's largest unions met at St. Bartholomew's Church on Park Avenue to form a coalition, New York Sane, dedicated to stopping the city from convincing a judge to erode the right to shelter law to help it cope with the asylum seeker crisis.
You know, I think the mayor thought he was going to sneak this by, that he was going to repeal the right to shelter. He was going to throw new arrivals out on the street like they weren't human beings, and nobody was going to notice.
The group claimed that if the mayor is successful, New York City would see vast tent encampments like those seen on the West Coast, that it would not stem the flow of migrants, now over 122,000, and further erode the city economy by driving away tourists, commuters, and businesses.
Because the city streets, as we've seen in San Francisco and other places, will be clogged with the homeless seeking to survive a brutal winter.
The group sent a letter to the mayor asking him to adhere to 5 basic principles, including a promise not to erode the right to shelter and giving families with children placement in facilities with private locking rooms, not tent shelters with cots. The coalition met after Governor Hochul had her lawyer file a letter supporting the city's petition to change the law to help it cope with the migrant crisis. The letter argued that the law is now placing unforeseen operational constraints on the city. The governor defended her commitment to help the homeless, but said,
I don't know how the right to shelter can or should be interpreted to be an open invitation to 8 billion people who live on this planet, that if you show up in the streets of New York, that the city of New York has an obligation to provide you with a hotel room or shelter.
A new judge has been assigned to the right to shelter case. He is yet to set a date for the next court hearing. I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS 2 News.